Well, before we continue to debate to understand what explains the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi's new aggression and new vigor, I want to know from Randeep Surjewala whether he will apologize to Shazia Ilmi for calling a party of gutter snipes. She demanded an apology. I think you should deal with that before we move on. Mr. Surjewala, here's the opportunity. You can do it if you want.
Two things, Arnab. A, I never said any such thing. B, let's not rely upon innuendos.
Somebody from your party said.
And hearsay. Just have the patience. Please have the patience to listen. Shazia ji,
have the patience.
Shazia ji, we have extended unconditional support to your party. It's time that we leave issues which are extremely irrelevant for governance of Delhi and concentrate on governance of Delhi. The responsibility and onus of forming a government in Delhi.
Why do you want to support? Why do you want to support?
We respect everybody who is part of the democratic process.
No, Mr. Surjewala.
You, Shazia ji, or Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, or any other leader who is in opposition.
Mr. Surjewala, I am baffled.
And that is the majesty of democracy also. We can have difference of opinion.
Now, Mr. Surjewala, difference of opinion. Nobody in the world would have expected that you would have, a day would come when you would ask a party of gutter snipes to form the government with your support.
Arnab, you can continue to provoke me and I respect you.
No, it's a factual description of what you said.
Try to do at times. All that I'm saying is that the serious issue of governance of Delhi are at play here.
No, I'm saying a lot of
Congress, what is wisdom,
Mr. Surjewala, what is happening is
unconditional support to Aam Aadmi Party.
No. Anyway, this is not about. We are not debating the formation of the Delhi government. No, we are not debating. No, Mr. Surjewala, we are not debating the formation of the Delhi government. What we are debating tonight is the new.
The responsibility and onus lies on Shazia ji's party now. To proceed
anyway, you will discuss Delhi government formation some other day.
We can't decide on formation of government based on SMSs and social media tweets. No.
We are not discussing government formation in Delhi.
That's another story. That's another debate.
Yeah, you can have that debate.
When I was making my comments, when I was making my opening remarks on Rahul Gandhi and what UPA 2 is trying to do now, about scrambling for cover and credit, you made a remark about me having used certain words against Sushil Shinde. I did not use those words.
Absolutely.
But I apologize.
With due regards, madam, yes.
Would you apologize? Yes. Would you apologize to Salman Khurshid giving this blood-curdling threat to Arvind Kejriwal
in our difference of opinion and opposition to a political leader, continue to, madam, with due regards to you, denigrate or use words like pathetic? No, it's not done. It's not part of
pathetic is not an
our
abuse.
political discourse.
No, pathetic is not a bad word. Pathetic is a description. Yeah, pathetic. Don't be so. Okay, anyway, here's going back to the point of debate.
Shazia ji, Congress has extended support to you.
Okay, 1 second. Both of you can discuss Delhi government formation later because the Shiv Sena and the BJP
not running away from responsibility and proceeding to form it.
Now you see, Shazia, 1 minute. Shazia, there's a very big danger going on here. The danger is that we are discussing what has happened to the newfound Congress party. We are totally moving away from that. Now I want to draw back the BJP and the Shiv Sena into the debate. Now the Congress says Mr. Javadekar and Mr. Suresh Prabhu. The Congress party says Rahul Gandhi has always been engaged. He's always been involved. He's always been active. In Parliament, outside Parliament. I don't know how active he is because his record for attendance in Parliament is about 60% that of the national average. In terms of participation of debates, he has participated in 1 or 2 debates. In the number of questions he has asked, national average is 281. Rahul Gandhi's record in number of questions asked is 0. Private members' bills, in his case, not even 1. So his parliamentary record is not speaking for very much. But anyway, I'm not judging him by his parliamentary record. My question is about the government. So, Mr. Javadekar, to you the question is, a few months back, there was this whole story in the international press about the Indian embassy being spied on in an official manner by the CIA and by America. At that point of time, Salman Khurshid says it is not such a big issue if our embassy is spied on. It is only a quote-unquote computer study of patterns. It is not snooping. The whole world was angry. Small countries got angry and took on America, but Salman Khurshid said nothing. So is Salman Khurshid, in your view, Mr. Javadekar, being genuine today when he's expressing so much anger in the Devyani case? Or is it another example of a U-turn?
No, even he, let me tell you, he did not really express the anger of the nation which is on display. Today also, and the UPA government has always been meekly surrendered to the Western pressures and particularly the US pressures right from civil nuclear deal to everybody. The issue is, I will not discuss one individual leader in the party, Rahul Gandhi or anybody.
Yeah, let's discuss the UPA.
Every party has right to choose their leaders. But what we are saying is the country has suffered because of their 10 years misrule. Corruption increased, prices increased, prices of rupees going down, and the whole economic progress has come to a standstill. The jobs are losing and people are suffering. Real wages are going down, malnutrition is on rise, poverty is increasing. So these are the real issues on which we are taking all these issues to the people. And because we are getting tremendous response, the Congress is panicked, I can understand. They know the writing on the wall, shape of the things to come, and that's why they are trying their bit. Okay, that's also democratic exercise.
Yeah, it's a democratic exercise. On the 17th of December, Suresh Prabhu, Rahul Gandhi is going to be announced as the prime ministerial candidate by the Congress party. It's the unofficial secret. It's out. 17th of January, we are told, is the coronation when Rahul Gandhi will be announced as the prime ministerial candidate of the Congress party. In your view today, Mr. Prabhu, do you think Rahul Gandhi's public statement on 377, his Saturday press conference on the Lokpal bill, his refusal to meet the US delegation, his parliamentary intervention on the Lokpal, and even a very highly unusual soundbite outside Parliament, his decision in the last 7 days to take on a more visible role after the drubbing of the Congress party, what impact, Mr. Prabhu, will it have on the electorate?
See, it's very clear when the election will take place early next year in May 2014, the issue is going to be the performance of this government. This is not just performance of last 5 years, actually 10 years performance. 5 years earlier, probably they were enjoying a little bit of a honeymoon, of an extended honeymoon. But now, very clearly a decade, on which probably everything a decade. And therefore, what is really the effect of the 10 years of governance in India of the Congress party is going to be the issue that is going to be debated in the election. And therefore, the international image of the country, all the investment bankers globally are also saying that this government must go, then only the growth will come back. Just imagine a government which is headed by an economist. We thought there is a dream team which is really working. What happened to that? Why the international community, the investors whom the finance minister goes out all over the world.
No, you are not saying, Mr. Prabhu.
And when they say we're not going to invest
no,
in
Mr.
the government,
Mr. Prabhu, Rahul Gandhi. No, Mr. Prabhu.
This 1:3.
No, Mr. Prabhu, the Rahul. No, I'm coming to you, Mr. Prabhu.
But you seem.
No, I'm coming to you. But I just want follow-up question to Mr. Prabhu.
You seem to have decided otherwise today.
No, not at all. I'm coming to you. But Mr. Prabhu, what the Rahul Gandhi is doing is saying that the problem is with the old Congress and with the government. I am not old Congress. I am not the government. I'm the anti-establishment one within the UPA and within the Congress party. So vote for me. Will that work?
So I think what he's telling, so what he's really saying, and I really agree with him, that you must vote this government out because this is the old Congress which has really ruined the country. So you must vote them out. If this is what he's saying, I support him. Because if what he's really saying is condemning everything that has happened in the last 10 years, and therefore he's trying to disassociate from it, I think I really agree with him because he should disassociate like the rest of the country will disassociate from this Congress party.
Okay,
I fully agree with him.
Too little, too late is the argument that Shazia, before I come to you, Mr. Surjewala has accused me of being unfair in the distribution of time. Not as a response to him, but as part of my plan to distribute time evenly. Mr. Surjewala, the floor is yours, and then we'll hear the Aam Aadmi Party respond to you. You see the whole argument, Mr. Surjewala, too little, too late. It won't work.
Arnab, Mr. Javadekar, with due regards to him, is extremely senior leader, as also Mr. Prabhu. He's also very senior. They can continue to denigrate in the fashion that they feel appropriate. It's part of their political right. They forget that under UPA 2, and UPA 1, country has progressed at 8.2%. The economy has grown by 308%. The exports have risen by 25% every year. The poverty lines have actually gone down. Yes, there have been issues with regard to current account deficits which have also been corrected in recent times. There have been various issues.
No, but we are not discussing the current account deficit.
Even today is at about 5%.
We are not discussing the current account deficit. Rajdeep, what are you talking about?
Since both Mr. Javadekar and Prabhu Sahab both mentioned that the economy is really troubled and has gone down, I feel it's correct for me to point out to them.
No, that's not the subject of discussion.
Which is fine.
The subject of discussion, Mr. Surjewala.
Under the UPA rule, the economy has
Subject of discussion is do you
manufacturing and other areas.
No, Mr. Surjewala, we are not discussing manufacturing.
There is a turnaround.
Next, you'll mention agriculture. Please, and then you'll even say population has grown. Mr. Surjewala, I'm just saying here today, do you agree the Congress party has suddenly tried to get awakened? You're trying to give an impression everything was wrong. We are new, we are fresh, we are young. Rahul Gandhi will make the Congress party young. Is that a deliberate marketing strategy or not, which is happening, Shazia? Shazia, do you sense something like that happening? Do you sense what's your external perspective?
I'm amused by what you say. Let me tell you let me begin by saying there is no wrong time to do a right thing.
You disagree with what I say?
There is no wrong time to do a right thing.
But too late, right?
With 4 months to go? I completely disagree. When Mr. Rahul Gandhi shelves the ordinance on tainted netas, you turn around and say, oh, it's a rushed up decision. When Shri Rahul Gandhi goes and persuades UPA to extend MG Narega, you say, oh, it is an election gimmick.
You see, I'll tell you.
When Shri Rahul Gandhi walks the extra mile and ensures that Lokpal bill is passed, you say it's an election gimmick. If everything is election gimmick, what is sincerity of purpose? So please give Shri Rahul Gandhi his due.
Shazia is responding, Mr. Surjewala.
Mr. Surjewala, yes, Mr. Surjewala, I really feel sad, but I have to use the word pathetic again to describe your description of whatever Rahul Gandhi is doing. It's really sad that we're asking about Congress and UPA, and all you seem to talk about is Rahul Gandhi. Now, believe me, it's sycophancy at its worst. And Congress will have to do much more to redeem itself besides 4 incidents with Rahul Gandhi. I remember him at the Kalavati. I remember him talking about Lokpal bill as being a constitutional body. I remember him now taking credit for Lokpal. And the 4th thing is tearing up of the ordinance. Surely Congress party and UPA will have to do much more to tell the people of this country that they're serious about governance, and they have to come clean on governance, on transparency, on accountability.
And Shazia ji, you need to begin by governing yourself in Delhi.
Sure.
When you speak about governance, first start governing yourself. The ball is lying at the court of Aam Aadmi Party first.
Don't run away. Why are you running away?
No, madam, when we speak about governance, do not shirk responsibility.
Hold on.
Do not run away. Yes. First, you have to start governing Delhi.
Now,
you have to come up to the aspirations of people of Delhi, madam. It's only then that you speak about governance, and we respect that. And we would welcome it. But first, go ahead, fulfill your election promises.
Mr. Surjewala,
you have all our support. You laid down conditions, we even accepted those.
You see, in July 2012, there was a big power grid failure. and when Sushil Kumar Shinde was asked, Sushil Kumar Shinde says, stop blaming the minister. The minister is not a technical person. We'll set up an inquiry committee. They'll find out who was at fault. The entire international community across the world in India were asking about what's happening here, why the power minister is not answerable. Rahul Gandhi was not present then. While some people will appreciate Rahul Gandhi's intervention now, The question will be, is it a very staged intervention 3 weeks before he's formally anointed the prime ministerial candidate of the Congress party? Should he have done this earlier or not?
But Mr. Rahul Gandhi is not supposed to run the Power Grid Corporation.
No, Rahul Gandhi is supposed to. I'm only. The question was about an irresponsible statement.
There is a failure of editorial
one second. Mr. Surjewala.
No.
Mr. Surjewala, the question is very simple. The question is, so many wrongs have been done by the UPA government. Rahul Gandhi could have intervened to stop a sense of complacency or arrogance in the UPA2 government earlier. He did not. Now, if he's doing so now, nobody's saying it's a bad thing. Only people are asking is, has he done it too late? That's all. Is that acceptable or not? That's the only question tonight.
What is the wrong time to do a right thing?
Well, it's not a wrong time to do a right thing. It's a long time. It's not a wrong time. It's a long time to do a right thing. Mr. Surjewala, I'm just playing with words. Allow me a little bit of humor at the end. I thank you all for joining me on the NewsHour debate tonight. Before I go, America secretly allowed the maid's family to travel to the US. Is there any doubt in your view about the conspiracy, and how long do you think we should wait for Uncle Sam to act in the Devyani case? Thank you for watching the NewsHour tonight. See you tomorrow, same time. Good night and goodbye.